الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So, brothers and sisters who have, Alhamdulillah, joined, who will be joining or who wish to join, welcome um, to my, you know, welcome to the, you know, live stream, inshallah ta'ala. This live stream is on a topic of very important topic that a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of individuals um, seem to attack the ulama of Ahl Sunnat wal Jamaat. The topic that is put why I've started with this topic as my first live stream on this channel is in regards to an alim, a great alim, Imam Abu Hanifa al-Nu'man radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma. The Imam is known as Imam al-Azam, which means the greatest Imam of his era. Some scholars have called him the Imam al-Fiqh, Mujtahid of his time. Great Mujtahid. Unfortunately, a lot of misconceptions, a lot of misheartenings, meaning has been spread. A lot of misinformation has been spread in regards to him. A correction needs to be made in order so people can understand all the information out there isn't actually truthful to what the Imams of the past have said in regards to him. Today, especially today in this era, in the 1449 era of the modern era, we call it. More like the era of a lot of information due to social media and the internet. A lot of people have access to information now as opposed to back then. The issue is because of this, a lot of entitled individuals think individuals who are entitled, who believe they're entitled, think they can pass judgment on Imam Abu Hanifa and Nu'man radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma. Now, the Imam Abu Hanifa radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma isn't someone that people don't know about. A lot of people know about him. A lot of people. Now, the ones who speak on TikTok and places like that, and on YouTube, I've seen videos on YouTube, and disrespect him. The foremost claim is that Imam Abu Hanifa radiyallahu anhuma, apparently according to them, is weak in hadith, da'if in hadith. This is the majority of the claim that they make. When the reality is completely the opposite when you actually research. The reality of it all is completely the opposite. Imam Abu Hanifa is not weak in hadith. His rank in hadith is very high. It's the opposite It's the opposite of weak. Very high. The highest you can give Imam Abu Hanifa is that. Now, the individuals that attack him obviously have a, what do we call it, have a motive, an agenda, a huge agenda, unfortunately, to critique and to weaken him on the basis that he didn't agree with their Aqidah in theology. That's the whole thing behind it. They have an issue with him because he did not agree with them on the Aqidah that they're upon. Now, Imam Abu Hanifa radiallahu anhuma was the Imam of Ahl Sunnat wal Jamaat. His positions are in line with Imam Abu Jafar Tahawi al Hanafi, who wrote the book Al Aqidah Tahawiyah, which is a summarization of the beliefs of Imam Abu Hanifa and his students and those who followed his fiqh. And Imam Mansur al-Maturidi radiyallahu anhuma, wa alaikum salam brother, welcome to the stream, is the Imam al-Aqaid and the follower of Imam Abu Hanifa and the one who summarized and showed the positions of Imam Abu Hanifa and his two students, Imam Muhammad al-Shibani and Imam Abu Yusuf, Qadi Abu Yusuf, radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma, and even his child, his son, Abu Zufar, may Allah have mercy upon him as well. Zufar was actually Imam Abu Hanifa's third top student as well, mentioned by Imam Sheikh, what's his name? Sheikh um, Jibril Fuad al Haddad in his biography. He mentions him. Brother Sakti, you're more than welcome to join on the stream. I will send you an invite. If you wish to join, you're more than welcome to join. I need more people, inshallah, to come and, help me if they're willing to, inshallah. Now, the live stream is particularly on the point of defending the Imam on them claiming that he was weak in hadith. I have the dalil, alhamdulillah, present here to prove that he was not weak in hadith. On that end, before we go into the issue of him being weak in hadith, there is a book actually translated into English which is called a collection of Imam Abu Hanifa's hadiths and fatwas. It was written by Imam Muhammad ibn Mahmud al-Khawazami, rahmatullah alayh, in the year he died in the year 665. And the commentary from the works, obviously, this English translation has commentary from the works of Imam Muhammad ibn al-Hasan al-Shaybani. This work I would recommend all the brothers and sisters to get. It houses approximately 500 hadiths of Imam Abu Hanifa narrating from the Sahaba and Rasulullah SAW with the chains. And it goes through most of the fundamentals and further the aim and the positions of Imam Abu Hanifa directly from the hadiths of the Prophet ﷺ. The ones who insult Imam Abu Hanifa and say he is da'if in hadith have not researched. They have not researched any of the works like the one I've presented, which you can find in English for the English speaking world. After reading that, you will never think Imam Abu Hanifa is weak. Even I have another translated work, Alhamdulillah, which is a biography by Imam Ibn Hajar al Haytami al Maliki al Shafi. It's a translation by Muhammad Nizam Ashraf by the Maktabal of Nizami Publications, and it's got notes. This work, these works I'm presenting, Alhamdulillah, are very important works, very important works for people to get. Assalamu alaikum, brother Javed Ali.
Wa alaikum assalam, brother. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Welcome to the stream, bro. This is
Thank you, brother.
my first time doing a live stream on YouTube. Slowly, inshallah, it'll build up the subscriber base and views will get more views, inshallah ta'ala. But
Inshallah.
the topic today is about Imam Abu Hanifa. The first stream I wanted to do was in defense of this great Imam that has been attacked, unfortunately, attacked by the pseudo salafi movement and the adherents of the pseudo.
Yeah. People literally abuse him.
They do,
Wallah.
they do. This is the reason why I am now going to show the layman that there are works actually written to defend him, which one of them is in English already, called the collection of Imam Abu Hanifa's hadiths and fatwas. 500 hadiths of Imam Abu Hanifa is mentioned in here. And this was written by Imam Muhammad ibn Mahmud al-Khazawami. Khazawami, his name is, Rahmatullah alayh. But this is an English edition. Obviously, here's the work. I'll show you in English here. See? Can you see it? This is it. It's a blue work. You see? And Imam Abu Hanifa radiyallahu anhuma, obviously, the ones who claim he is weak in hadith, it came actually, there is claims not only him being weak, that he used too much rationality as opposed to hadith, which is again, you know, not something you should attack actually, because using your rationality and logic to deduce rules from the hadiths, qiyas we call it, analogical reasoning, is not wrong, you know. And not only that, like I said, the Shafis, the Hanbalis of today, after Imam Abu Hanifa, have praised him greatly. Even the Shaykh al-Islam of the Salafi movement, Ibn Taymiyyah, also praised him. Alhamdulillah. You can't hear me?
Now I can.
Alright. Sorry. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. So, like I said, the Salafi movement, the pseudo Salafi movement, attack him, saying that he's weak in hadith, and they say that he used too much rationality. And the whole reason they attack him is on one reason, and that is in regards to him refusing to believe that Allah is a spatial, moving entity. That's the whole reason behind it. If Imam Abu Hanifa radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma said, what they said, they would, instead of attacking him, they would elevate him. That's the reality of it, the whole reality of it. Now, going into the subject of him, them saying he's weak in hadith, there are statements of ulama who have defended Imam Abu Hanifa radiallahu anhu on this particular point. I would recommend the biography by Imam Hajj
Yeah.
al-Haytami in English with notes. The greatest Imam, it's called Abu Hanifa al-Nu'man. This is a translation of Imam Hajj al-Haytami's work. It goes very deep into his biography. It answers the questions in relation to those who attacked him, those who critiqued him, and refutes them. It's a very deep work. Is there anything you wish to add, Brother Jawad Ali? Brother, can you hear me? Sorry. Brother Javed Ali, are you there? Bismillah. Oh, all right. There you go. Are you there now?
Yeah. I had
Do
an internet issue.
that's fine.
No.
Is there anything you wish to add, inshallah, to the subject? Anything you wish to add?
I
Add
want to
on.
add one thing. The book of Imam Ibn Abdin Shami Rahmatullah is good.
Subhanallah. Subhanallah. Do you know the name of the book? You can add it on. You can add.
I think in Fatawa Shamia he refuted the Imam Ibn Abi Shayba.
Oh, Subhanallah.
Yeah.
I,
Claims
the,
of Ibn Abi Shayba on Imam Al Azam Rahmatullah alayh.
Subhanallah. Subhanallah.
And there's a separate book written on it too. I don't remember the name.
So now moving on. Jazakallah tabarakallah to brother mentioning some names of books that the people who are, you know, wanting to learn in regards to Imam Abu Hanifa and his true status, the books have been recommended by Brother Javed Ali and me. Now,
Jawad.
Jawad Ali. Sorry, brother.
No
Now,
problem. I'm used to it.
the what I'm going to move to is Imam Sheikh Muhammad Hisham Al Qabani Rahmatullah alayh, who has recently passed away. He left behind a monumental work, 7 volume epistle, monumental work, which you can get in English. It's called the Encyclopedia of Islamic Doctrine. It's 7 volumes. It's a complete refutation of the entire Salafi creed, a complete refutation of all of their, contentious issues, beliefs in regards to Allah, beliefs and practices of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jamaat with absolute evidences, irrefutable. He left behind this monumental work as a benefit for us. In volume 7 of page 149, in the chapter of the vindication of Imam Abu Hanifa from the Salafi claim that he was weak, da'if in hadith, in this chapter, which spans for 30-40 pages long, he quotes directly from the books from the Salafi movement. Sheikh Hisham al-Qabani presents evidences from the works and the Imams of the Salafi movement, the ones they accept. So, what does he do in chapter 4.1? He mentions under this the Abu Hanifa's rank in Hadith. It talks about Imam Abu Hanifa's rank. He says the first quote he uses is Sheikh Hassan al Saqqaf wrote in his book about Albani's attacks on the great scholars. in his book called Kumus Shaitan al Albani, the dictionary of Albani's insults of scholars. Yeah? He mentions he Albani says of Imam Abu Hanifa, the Imams have declared him weak for his poor memorization. In his commentary of Ibn Abi Asma Kitab as-Sunnah, although no such position is reported, see for example Ibn Hajar Asqalani's biography of Imam Abu Hanifa in Tehzib al-Ta'zib. So Albani, in his commentary in volume 1 page 76, he says this, that Imam Abu Hanifa is a weak narrator and had poor memorization. Now, a Salafi and a follower of Albani, who is his student, the statement that no such position is reported is a lie. It was the position of Muslims in Kuna wal Asma, and this is his work. And Nasaya and Nasi al Duwafa ibn Adi and Kamil, and he mentions all these Imams to say that Imam Abu Hanifa is a weak narrator. He uses Imams of the past to say this. Now, obviously, the Salafi movement love to misrepresent the ulama of Ahl Sunnah wal Jamaat. Ibn Hajar al Asqalani noticed on Imam Abu Hanifa in Tahzib al Tahzib in his work in the volume 2, page 248, and Dhahabi in his Tadkirat al Hufaz. Another reference I'll give is in volume 10, page 449 and 452. That's a reference. And the later edition is volume 10, page 45. There are different editions of this work. And we will see what Imam Hajar al Asqalani rahmatullah alayh, who by the way is the Alim al Hadith of his time. So we are not going to take the positions of Sheikh Nasiruddin Albani. Sorry, I'm reading from a work that is like I'm reading the work from a book, a physical copy. I want to know. I wasn't able to share screen, unfortunately. But I will, inshallah, give the references so the people can go back to the original works and read it for themselves. Now, what does Al Hafiz Imam Hajar Asqalani say in Tehzib al Tahzib? We will see. He says that Abu Nu'man bin Sabit al Taymi Abu Hanifa al Kufi Mawla Bani Taym Allah Allah ibn Talaba, it is said that he was Persian. He saw Anas. He narrated hadith from Atta bin Abi Rabah Asa, Asim ibn Abi Nujad, Aklama ibn Murtad, then Hamad ibn Abu Sulaima, Al-Hakam ibn Utayba, Salma bin Khail, Abu Jafar Muhammad ibn Ali ibn al-Aqsmar, Ziyad ibn Alaka, Sa'id ibn Masruq al-Thawri, Adi ibn Sabit al-Ansari, Atiyah ibn Sa'id al-Awfi, Abu Sufyan al-Sa'di, Abdullah al-Qarim, Abu Umayyah, Yahya bin Sa'id al-Ansari, and Hisham ibn Urwa, and among others from the Salaf al-Salihin. From him narrated his son Hamad, Ibrahim ibn Taman, Hamza ibn Habib al-Zayyad, Zafar ibn al-Hadil, Abu Yusuf al-Qadi, Abu Yahya al-Hamani, Isa ibn Yunus, Waki ibn al-Jara al-Kufi, Yazid ibn Zuray, Asad ibn Amr al-Baljali, Hakam ibn Yahya ibn Salman al-Razi, and other ulama. of who narrated from him. Now, Muhammad ibn Sa'd al-Ufi said, I heard Ibn Ma'in say Abu Hanifa radiyallahu anhuma was trustworthy thiqa and he did not narrate any hadith except what he had memorized, nor did he narrate what he had not memorized. Salih ibn Muhammad al-Asadi said on the authority of Ibn Ma'in, who is an Imam of Rijal, he said, Abu Hanifa was trustworthy, very trustworthy thiqa in hadith. Ibn Abdul Barr relates in Al-Intiqa, page 127, yeah, Abdullah ibn Ahmad al-Dawarki said Ibn Ma'in was asked about Abu Hanifa radiyallahu anhuma as I was listening, so he said he is trustworthy thiqat. I never heard that anyone had weakened him, no less than Shoba wrote to him for narrations and ordered him to narrate hadith. Ibn Hajar said in Hajira ibn Salt's notice in Tahzib al-Tahzib, page volume 3, page 75 to 76, that Ibn Abi Khatayma said if Al-Shubi narrates from someone and names him, that man is trustworthy thiqa and his narration is used as proof. Al-Haytami in his Al-Khayrat al-Hisan, page 74, and Al-Qurayshi in his Jawhar al-Jawhar al-Murdiya, volume 1, page 29, relate that Imam Ali ibn al-Madani said, from Abu Hanifa narrated Al-Thawri ibn al-Mubarak, Hamad ibn Zayd, Hisham, Waki ibn Jarrah al-Kufi, Abad ibn al-Awam, and Jafar ibn Own. And he, Abu Hanifa, is trustworthy, thiqa, and reliable. La basa bihi. There is no harm in him. Shoba taught well of him. Ibn Ma'in said, our colleagues are exaggerating concerning Abu Hanifa and his colleagues. He was asked, does he lie? Ibn Ma'in said, no, he is nobler than that. Subhanallah. Imam al-Zabi in his Tadkirat al-Hufaz, volume 1, page 168, cites Ibn Ma'in's statement about Abu Hanifa as la basa bihi. There is no harm in him, he is reliable. Ibn Salah in his Muqaddimah and Zabi, which is page 120, 134, and Zabi in Nisan al-Mizan, volume 1, page 13, have shown that this expression by Ibn Ma'in is the same as declaring someone as thiqa or trustworthy. And Ibn Khuzaymah said, I said to Ibn Ma'in, you say there is no harm in so and so is weak. He replied, if I say of someone that there is no harm in him, he is trustworthy fatika. And if I say da'if, he is not trustworthy and do not write his hadith. Abi Ghuda in his commentary of Lucknowi's page, Lucknowi's Raf, which is the book, page 222, has indicated that the equivalency of saying there is no harm in him the grade of trustworthy thiqa is also the case for other early authorities of the 3rd century such as Ibn al-Madani, Imam Ahmad, uh, Udwaim, Abu Zora, Abu Hatim al-Razi, Yaqub ibn Sufyan al-Fasawi, and others. Not like Abu Hanifa, Imam Shafi is declared trustworthy by the early authority with an expression La Basihi in Zabit Tadkira al-Hufaz. Imam Abu Hanifa, without a doubt, is the Imam whose veracity in hadith is proven by the scholars of the past. May Allah Azza wa Jal elevate the rank of Imam Abu Hanifa in Jannat al Firdaus. Now, obviously, the ulama continue to talk about him. The point I'm trying to get at is that Imam Abu Hanifa was a Imam whose position and rank in hadith, you know, is absolutely without a doubt, you know, absolutely without a doubt high, absolutely tika. I will mention certain ulama. For instance, they mention the Salafis claim that Abu Hanifa's grading as weak for his poor memorization was the position of Imam Abi Hatim al-Razi in Al-Jab al-Ta'dil. This is incorrect. This was not his position. Now, there's a report. Imam Abu Hatim al-Razi was an Imam who respected Sayyidina Imam Abu Hanifa radiyallahu anhuma. Imam Abu Hatim al-Razi noticed on Abu Hanifa is plagued with great weaknesses in regards to reliability. The reason is not that Imam Abu Hatim is unreliable as an authenticator of narration, but that he is intent on reporting what is damaging to Abu Hanifa at all costs, even if he must turn a blind eye to the inauthenticity of such reports. Yeah? Now, Imam Abu Hatim al Razi's position of Imam Abu Hanifa being weak, as mentioned here by Sheikh Hisham al Qabani, a fragrant sign of his bias is that he reports only a few derogatory stories and no positive reports about Abu Hanifa against the rule of fairness imposed on all scholars of narrators, criticisms, and narrator authenticators. He mentions all of the narrations which supposedly are derogatory against Imam Abu Hanifa, which I showed earlier. The scholars of hadith, like Imam Hajar, mentioned what the scholars have said, and the vast majority of muhaddithin have said Imam Abu Hanifa had impeccable memory. Ibn Hibban ibn Musa said that Ibn al-Mubarak was asked, who is more knowledgeable in fiqh, Malik or Abu Hanifa? He replied, Abu Hanifa. See, the Ibn al-Mubarak radiallahu anhu also said this. The last report echoes Imam Ahmad's statement that Nusar ibn Yahya al-Balki said, I said to Ahmad ibn Ahmad, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal al-Ray, reliance on opinion. I said, consider Malik. Did he not speak on the basis of opinion? He said, yes, but Abu Hanifa's opinion was immortalized in books. And I said, Malik's opinion was also immortalized in books. He said, Abu Hanifa gave opinions more than him. And I said, why will you not give this one his due and that one his due? He remained silent. Imam Abu Hatim also claimed that Ibrahim Yaqub al-Juzwaini told me in writings on the authority of Abdurrahman al-Mulkri that the latter said Abu Hanifa would talk to us, after which he would say, all that you have heard is vain and null and void. This is another report whose citation is against Imam Abu Hatim rather than to his credit due to the uncertainty or absence of links in its chains of transmission, meaning Imam Abu Hatim al-Razi will be ignored in his claims against Imam Hanifa radiyallahu anhuma, because what I posted earlier and referenced earlier from the Salaf al-Salihin, he was a Thiqa al-Ma'mun, someone who is Thiqat, absolutely Thiqat. trustworthy. He had a high rank. Majority of the narrators and narrations Imam Abu Hatim al-Razi mentions are weak. Imams like Ibn Ma'in al-Nasai, al-Khayli, Ibn Hibban, Ibn Adi, al-Zabi, and among others have declared them weak and fabricated. Now, also al-Hakim, they declare that Imam Hakim, the one who authored the Mustadrak of al-Hakim, radiyallahu anhuma, to this it is answered, that it seems this is but another example of Salafi fibbing, since Al-Hakim mentions the Imam only among the reputable trustworthy Imams in his Marfiat Ulum al-Hadith. The 49 kind of the sciences of Hadith, knowledge of the famous trustworthy Imams among the people of Kufa are Misad ibn Qidam al-Hilali, Abu Hanifa al-Nu'man ibn Sabit al-Taymi. So he names Imam Hakim names him the Imam reputable trustworthy Imams in Hadith. Also they talk about Ibn Sa'ad in his Taqabat. Ibn Sa'ad denouncement of a narration is questionable when it pertains to the scholars of Iraq, including Imam Abu Hanifa, according to Ibn Hajar Asqalani's words in his Murib, Murhib ibn Ditar al-Hadi al-Sari, 2 volume 164. Ibn Sa'id Tadif is questionable fin Nazar because he immediates Al-Waqidi and relies on him. And Al-Waqidi, according to the fashion of the scholars of Medina, is extremely adverse to the scholars of Iraq. Know this and you will be directed to what is right and with Allah wills. Meaning, even Imam Sa'ad's attack on the Imam Abu Hanifa will be rejected. Now, Imam al-Zahabi's position of Imam Abu Hanifa is known, that Imam al-Zahabi accepted Imam Abu Hanifa as a great scholar, and Imam al-Zahabi saw him as a scholar of and a great muhaddis, great narrator of hadith, Sayyidina Imam Abu Hanifa radiallahu anhu. And the crux of the matter is, Imam Abu Hanifa is accepted as thiqat by vast majority of muhaddiseen, which I've quoted, alhamdulillah, from the Salaf themselves. I would recommend the work of the Encyclopedia of Islamic Doctrine to those who wish to learn about the Imam, and the biography known as the greatest Imam Abu Hanifa al-Nu'man radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma. The works and the English editions of these works, if you wish to, inshallah, have them, please, mention, or should I say, mention in my comments that you wish to. I'll send you the links. Wish to have these books. The crux of my first live stream, mind you, this is my first live stream, so I'm getting used to all this. Those who listen to this recording, I suggest you don't listen to the pseudo salafi movement and do not listen to their ramblings. It isn't worth it. It is not needed. We don't need to listen to their ramblings at all. The works, inshallah, will continue to come out to prove Imam Abu Hanifa as the truthful one. There are other works of Imam Abu Hanifa which show testament to his amazing, exceptional memory and exceptional ability to, you know, what's the word for it? To deduce rulings from the Quran and Sunnah. His entire fiqh If you look at the fiqh of Hanafiya, till today, is the vast majority. Anyway, inshallah, this concludes our session, and may Allah Azza wa Jal forgive us for the sake of Imam Abu Hanifa radiyallahu anhuma, and elevate the rank of Imam Abu Hanifa to in Jannah al-Firdaus. We must respect the awliya because Imam Abu Hanifa is among the awliya of Allah. We must respect the awliya. We must not disparage any of the awliya, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakallah for coming, and may me reconvene next time, inshallah ta'ala. And those who listen to this recording, please pray, do dua, and continue to remember to not attack the scholars of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jamaat.